Hey friends, welcome back to Renewed Homestead. Ben and Denise here, and of course Katie's going to chime in today. And over there we've got the boys, Bo and Sirloin. They'll be chiming in too, I'm sure. They've been yelling at us all day.
All day.
There we go. Amen.
Amen from the steer.
That's it. So here at the Renewed Homestead, we talk about homesteading and farming and building and a little bit of politics, a little bit of conspiracy theories. Well, today we want to talk to you about the bare necessities.
No pun intended? Or is the pun
Well,
intended?
the pun is intended. We got a bear story for you. Now, it's not our bear story, but we've got there is a bear or two causing problems here in the Burnsville area. He really wants to be on camera.
Yes, he does.
So, anyway, but we live in the mountains. We know there's predators. Bears, they're just doing their thing. They're getting ready to hibernate, so they're eating, and we've got coyotes and wolves and all kinds of things, predators out there. Well, we live where they live, so we've got to get along to a point. My daughter sent us a Facebook post from our area. She's
our local town Facebook page.
right.
And the reason, we've never done this before, but we saw the comments and we're like, y'all, we have got to share this with you.
Yeah, so basically a lady was posting, hey, everybody keep an eye out. I've lost a couple of goats and some chickens and some other livestock.
Well, and this bear, just to be fair, it's gone after, I think, 4 goats now, a mini horse, a mini donkey, and chickens, and who knows what else. But this is all being reported. And he was actually hearing about it on the radio today while he was driving down in Weaverville.
Yep.
So obviously this is getting around that this bear is attacking livestock.
Right.
Right.
And so
which happens.
It does.
It
does.
happens.
We live in the mountains, and there's sacrifices that are made to live in this kind of beauty. I mean,
Well, and they're everywhere.
They are
everywhere.
They are, and we would hate it, but if they got one of our sheep, we understand. I mean, we're living in their territory. But anyway, the point of this is these comments. These people are like, well, a guy chimed in and said, hey, that's easily solved. You keep a loaded gun handy, and when you hear your animals freaking out, you go out and take care of that bear.
And he was saying just take a rifle out and wait, right? Because the bear will come back. It has been coming back. So he's like, just take the rifle and wait.
Right. Once they learn where the food is, they're going to come back.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Especially getting ready for winter.
Yep. So the comments about his comment, good grief. I am reporting you to the authorities. How dare you? How dare you kill such a beautiful animal?
Well, and also, you live in the woods. How dare you? You're going to kill a bear just for killing your livestock? How dare you? And I looked at it, I'm like, okay, tell me you're not a local without telling me you're not a local.
Jeez.
Right? Tell me you're from the city.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we have eaten bear meat, and it is really good.
It is tasty.
I don't care for bear hunting. I don't care for the way most people go about it. I mean, let's go back 150 years. They would use their dogs to help hunt bears because they were dependent on that meat. People these days take these dogs out, they've got collars, and they'll send 5 dogs out into the woods while they sit back in their truck or on their side-by-side or on their four-wheeler, have a beer or two, maybe not a beer or two, I'll be fair, but they sit back, tell stories, have fun, and when the dogs start barking, well, then they look on their little GPS, oh, the bear's over here. So there's this.
That usually the bear's treed.
Right. Well, that's it. They go and there's 5 dogs barking at this poor bear that's scared to death up in the tree, and they shoot it, drops out of the tree, they butcher it, and
Which I wouldn't even think that meat would taste good because the bear is so stressed at that point.
I would think so. But again, I'm not opposed to eating a bear. I don't like how it's being hunted, and I have no plans on hunting bear myself. But
we hunt.
We do hunt.
We have
We do, and we butcher our own meat, whether it's a game animal or our sheep, cows, chickens. You've seen it here. Anyway, it's just these comments and these people just like, freaking out about it. It's like, okay, if you don't want to eat meat, fine. You don't want to see an animal killed, maybe you need to move back to the city. You know, go down and spend some time at your shelter and see how many of those dogs and cats are alive the next day that didn't get euthanized overnight. Animals die. They do.
Well, and it's just the fact, like, you know, to sit there and say, I'm going to report you to the authorities, number one, in our county, yeah, they'd laugh at you. But number two, I'm like, so the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this comment was, all right, so a bear comes into your house and starts mauling your kid. You're not going to shoot it because you moved into the woods where they are. I mean, guys, we're not talking about an endangered animal. The black bear in Western North Carolina is something like one bear to every 7 or 8 people. So they are not endangered in any way, shape, or form. This bear is obviously going after multiple homesteads, multiple farms. So the bear obviously needs to be taken care of. And you know what? If something's coming after my sheep or my cows, my chickens, I am going to shoot it. I'm going to, and we won't waste it.
Right.
As you know, we don't waste anything. We will eat the meat. We will compost the rest.
And before you report us for saying that, we have already talked to the local game warden. He said, you are a farm. You have a right to protect your animals. If it is a nuisance animal, you take care of it how you need to. So don't report us because we're threatening.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, who are you going to report us to? The sheriff's going to laugh. We haven't done anything. I'm just telling you what we would do. Right? Because we're protecting our livestock. And you also have to look at the other side of this. We bring this livestock onto our farm, onto our homesteads, right? Our responsibility is to care for those animals. Yep. And that includes, and that doesn't include just water, shelter, food. That also includes protection. So we're going to provide whatever protection we can. Now, you know, the one question, some of these questions I want to ask these people outside of, okay, if it's in your house, you're going to shoot it. I would hope they would say yes to save their kids. But what if there's a dog in with the animals and like a coyote comes in and the dog kills the coyote, right? That's the dog's job to protect it. Are you going to be mad at the dog? Yep. It's doing its job. Yep. The comments were just so ludicrous that I was just like, it just wasn't living in reality.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of reality, let's shift this conversation just a little bit. You know, and we've got friends that lost some goats to bears recently over in Tennessee, and Zach at American Homestead just did a video about setting yourself up for success with a homestead, and that part of that is choosing where you live, whether it be, you know, water or snow or, you know, what. He went through a number of scenarios. Well, the one thing I think he missed, or somehow I missed him saying it, was where you move. I strongly would urge you not to move into an HOA. I'm not going to move out.
He did talk about that.
He did. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Sorry, Zach. but anyway, so, you know, if we were in an HOA and we had bears running through, and I've seen some of those down in the Weaverville area, it's like, oh, we can't do anything with the bears, whatever. But I would not move onto a property that has an HOA that's going to tell me what I can do on my land and what I can't do. The government does enough of that on their own. I don't need another layer of self-imposed regulations like an HOA. But
well, in Buncombe County, you know, they're going to have issues with shooting a bear. Where we are, they don't, and there was no way we were moving to Buncombe County. No. There's no way.
No.
So
no, had we not found Yancey County in this place, we would probably be over in Tennessee, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But anyway, just it's interesting, and you know, it was a lot for me to get over with the whole dispatching an animal and processing them. It's not easy. You know, I grew up with, you know, my dogs and cats.
You're such a city boy.
I am.
You're such a city boy. I mean, not anymore, but
no. I mean, there was an injured pigeon that was clearly needing to go, and
years ago, right?
Years ago, yeah. This is back in Phoenix, and I just kind of froze, and my son had to go over and, you know, took care of it so that it wasn't suffering. I mean, it wasn't something we could have rescued, but you know, it was a big hump to climb and get over, and it's still never easy when you have to dispatch an animal.
Nor should it be.
No, it shouldn't be. It's, you know, we respect animals and their life, and we use every part of that animal, whether it's, you know, directly in food or compost, whatever it may be. But anyway, we wanted to share that with you. It's just it's kind of been a little, you know, coming across the wire around here, you know, hot and heavy. You know, the bears are getting ready to go into hibernate, and The leaves are nearly the leaves are falling off the trees. The trees are nearly naked. Beautiful colors right now. Leaf peeper season is in full swing, and
my favorite time of year. Though.
yeah, it is beautiful.
Well, and I saw another comment, and I don't think she thought through the comment, but I remember chuckling because she's like, bears are omnivores. They've all of a sudden gotten a taste for blood. So be careful, guys. This bear's out for blood. Like, I don't think you thought through that statement, omnivores. Of course, I'm not going to say anything on Facebook. Like I said, I a lot of times people just speak to each other very rudely on Facebook, and but I'm like, guys, like, if something's attacking your livestock, you have to be willing to protect your livestock. Yeah. You have to be willing to protect your family. And I understand if it was an endangered animal, that would be a different scenario, but it's, when you've got a black bear that's taking out, you're taking out many horses and donkeys, like, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Without bashing on the education system, wasn't it about 4th grade where we learned herbivore, omnivore, and carnivore?
Right.
One's totally plants, one's meat, and the other is plants and meat.
You mean like humans?
Stupid should hurt.
Stupid should hurt.
So.
But I just had to share, like I said, we don't normally talk about Facebook posts or anything because we're never really on Facebook.
But it's related to what we're doing.
Yeah, but I'm kind of curious what y'all think. I don't know. I looked at it like, okay, this is, I'm going to call the authorities on you for suggesting you protect your livestock. Like, and the poster did, and in no way, shape, or form said that. She was just warning people, which, thank you. Thank you for letting everybody know that there's a bear on the loose that's getting in. We have electric fencing. We're starting to put in barbed wire, but we still have, even in the places that we have barbed wire up on our mountainside, we are doing hotlines because it does keep the bears out, thankfully. Yep. And we have had black bear in our woods, but we've never had an issue in the area where the livestock are, the sheep, the cows, chickens, ducks, because we do have electric around. So, hi, Sirloin. They're mad because they're not in with the girls anymore.
Yep, they've been separated. And on that note, we are still on baby watch. Anya, we thought last week was the week, and we're still waiting.
Still waiting. She's a heifer. Summer, I know immediately. I can tell you within 24 hours, typically when summer's about to go. But it's Anya's first baby. So
so those of you that might not know, a heifer is a female cow that has not yet had a baby.
Yes, sorry.
So she is due though. But she's a Jersey. That means she's stubborn. So she's going to wait and make her run up to the middle of the paddock in the middle of the night checking on her. But yeah, so fall's here. Next thing will be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Hey, you need to get over to renewedhomestead.com/shop and get yourself a Hori Hori knife, because it makes a great stocking stuffer, doesn't it?
It does. Great stocking. Not even just stocking stuffer, just regular gift too.
That's true, because there's a lot of people who have birthdays between now and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
My dad.
And just a gift.
It's amazing. My dad and Bo, the bull, and Anya all share the same birthday.
December 22nd.
That's right. That's right. No. I don't think Anya needs a Hori Hori knife.
No, nor does Bo.
No.
Your dad probably doesn't either.
Bulls with Hori Hori knives.
All right, y'all.
Okay, well, that's the update. We've got some other things going on that we'll be updating you real soon here. And
yeah, like I said, we're still, I'm hoping within the next month and a half or so, we're going to be able to explain what's been going on. Still needing your prayers. We still have the family situation ongoing. Like I said, I'm hopefully we'll be able to fill you in about a month and a half.
Yep.
Or so.
Yep. So keep praying for us and keep praying for each other. Everybody can use some prayers these days. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, hope you found it educational. If not, at least it was entertaining, right? Give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see you all in the next video, everybody. Take care. God bless.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Make it so.